Hi everybody, welcome back to the amazing Sakhal Map here on the Frostline expansion. And in this video, what I wanted to look at was how and where you will actually find the good military gear. And so there's going to be a few spoilers in this. So if you want to discover stuff yourself, obviously click away, don't kind of watch this. And the way that we're going to do this is we're going to kind of look at the I Survive map. And then we're going to look at kind of where the military locations are. And then we're going to look at the tier map. But then we're actually going to use admin tools on my local server to kind of jump around and kind of actually see where some of this stuff is. So without further ado, let's jump in straight away and let's talk about where you spawn. So if you weren't aware already, on Sakhal you spawn, as you can see, all around the edges of the map. These little kind of greeny turquoisey icons are where you spawn. So you're spawning in the northeast of the map round to the east. Sorry, northwest down to the east. And if we then look at the tier map, we can see that the way that tiers go is green is tier 1, blue is tier 2, yellow is tier 3, red is tier 4. And if you're new to this, the way that loot is sorted out in DayZ in terms of how powerful it is, if we can use that sort of word, is tier 4 stuff, so stuff in the red, is more powerful than the tier 1 stuff. So in tier 1, when you're wandering around the towns and villages here, you'll be finding shotguns and single action hunting rifles, that sort of stuff. But when you get to tier 4, this is where you'll be finding things like assault rifles and the magazine for assault rifles and plate carriers. And camouflaged military uniforms, that kind of thing. So the flow of the map is kind of from the northwest to the northeast of the coast, and then inwards, sort of west, and then around here. So this here, that is the land bridge. So instead of having to find a boat or get across the ice, you can use that land bridge and then hook around here and then go round. Okay, so let's go back to this map because it's a little bit clearer. So what we'll do next is let's have a quick look, because you're going to need to know these to survive. Let's have a look at the fresh water bits first. So if we click on fresh water there. Now these are the, yeah, they haven't got pictures of them yet, have they? These are the little springs. So it looks like a little hut. It looks like a dog kennel, to be honest. And you'll find these in between the villages. So when you spawn in, if you hit a village, and then on the outside of the village, if you look for normally a dirt path, and in fact, one of the techniques you can do is, once you've hit a village and you've warmed yourself up with a fire, or you've made a stick torch and you've found a little bit more gear and you've made a load of rags, maybe you've found some food and defrosted it. If you're ready to move on, what you want to do is move up the hill a little bit and then run along the coast. And then what you're looking for is at the back of a village, a dirt path. Whoop, that didn't really work very well, did it? And that dirt path will then lead you to the spring. Now when you get to a spring, obviously you can eat by your hands. If you've found and defrosted a water pot though, by that time, that will really be your help. So you can see they're kind of all around there. And then when we get into the map, they are dotted around the map as well. What you will notice though, unless I have made a mistake, on these islands here, on this peninsula, there's none at all. So you'll want to have a supply of fresh water, be that either cans of Pepsi or a water pot or a canteen or a filtering bottle. Just bear in mind, of course, that on Sakhal, all of the snow that you can drink will give you a chance of getting heavy metal poisoning. So you need to have some of the gelatin, I've probably said that wrong, tablets, either to disinfect the water that you've collected from the snow or to take after you've got heavy metal poisoning itself. Right, so next let's look at the military places. So where are we? I'm going to sneeze. So here we go. So now what I've added in is the military places, and what you'll notice here is they're spread out quite thinly. So we've got some tents over by the volcano, there's some over by Rugnorst here, some military areas. I'm not sure what this mountain's called, but there's some there. But by far the biggest concentration is down here. So you can go over the land bridge or go across the ice or get a boat and try and get around. And then we've got all of this is military installation, especially down here within the tier 4 area. So loads of military gear will be spawning around here. You'll notice that these outer islands, though, pretty bare. You probably want to not bother with those. There's also something else, though, for military gear that you should bear in mind, and that is, at the moment, one of the... is that it? One of the... Here we go, military containers. These military containers here. Now, these are an event. See all these? And there's loads of them on these islands, and they're even around these islands here that don't really have much on them. And so they won't always be there, but there's a chance they'll be there. And these will spawn military gear. There's other containers as well that will spawn non-military gear. So that gives you another option for finding military stuff. It may be one technique to get looted up in the coastal towns, then actually find a boat or take the risk of swimming across some of the ice, because I think in most of these situations you've got to do a little bit of swimming to get on the ice, to then get across, to then go through these containers. But again, you'd have to make sure you've got a good supply of water and food, because there's not going to be much when you actually get over there. A lot of fishing, I guess, that way. Okay, so and then the final thing I guess we'll put back on is if we put the tier map back on, again, just to kind of reinforce, you know, that flow that you're going to have around the map. Right, so let's actually jump into DayZ now. He said, trying to bring it up, press F11, and then I think this is DayZ here. Right, okay, so here we are. Now this is on my local server with my little chap here. In fact, let's just heal him first. Can we heal him? Partial heal. Can we make him better? Anyway, it doesn't really matter. But one of the beauties of having a local server is I can have admin rights, and we can use something called Vanilla++ admin to look for stuff. So let's have a look. For example, let's start off with something like those gelatin tablets. So let's have a look for those. So let's see where they are. So these are going to be very important to stay alive. As you can see, they're spread, not really up on the northeast coast though. So they're not around the spawn towns. They're going to be around the coast as you're heading towards sort of tier 2 and towards tier 3, tier 4. None on the islands either, so you're going to have to find those. More worrying even than that is the filter bottle. So if you have a look for the filtering bottle, get the item stats for that. Now, there's only one that kind of spawns in naturally. However, you may find that filtering bottles are available from events as well. So I'm not going to spoil that, but again, there is another certain event that can happen, a thing you can find that needs a key that might have a filtering bottle inside it, so you can see how rare they are. So let's start talking about sort of weapons now as well. So if we were, my favourite weapon is probably the M16. So let's have a look at that. So there's only one M16 now. Remember, this is on a local server, and so things, as the server churns over, as the loot economy works its way. Let's see if we can get over here. Let's see where it is. Oh, here we go. So, oh, is it going to be in there? There we go. Oh, there's a DMR. Where's the MC? Oh, there's a DMR and an M16. So you see how powerful these containers are. Things will change. So you might find certain weapons and certain gear is grouped together all of us at the beginning, but as the server life continues, things are sorted out. An interesting thing actually as well, which is what we'll try and do now. Let's see if this works. Let's bring this up. Let's look for a plate carrier, and I noticed something interesting. I don't know whether this is an error or not. Plate carrier vest black. So there's two of these. Yes, I found. So we got one down here, which you would kind of expect. So we're in tier 3, tier 4 location. But there's one over here, and the interesting thing about this one, I think, let's jump over there and see, is it's in a boat. So it's just like, oh, we didn't want to go in the water, did we? Look, it's down there. So again, I don't know whether that's an error or something, and we may well find, you know, Sakhal is brand new, so things could be changing pretty quickly. Let's go back and let's look for something like an assault vest. So if we go for UK AS, people like those, don't they? Winter. So there's 10 of those assault vests. again towards the southwest in the military areas. Again, down in tier 3 and tier 4, so you're going to find plenty down there. Let's have a look for the NRV. Was it NVG? NVG goggles. Get item stats. It's 2 of these. Here we go. Now. So down here, there's something very interesting. So if we spawn probably there. Oh, we didn't want to spawn there. Let's come out. Let's teleport. Oh. Now. What we have here is a very interesting structure, which is a bunker. I think the entrance is around this side. There we go. And then if I turn on ESP, so if we toggle that on, you should be able to see if we come up. I know it's a bit difficult, but look at all this military loot. So VS89 mag, mini sights, box 762x39, VSD mag, KA drum mag, VS89, KA mag, SKS is in there. I'd imagine the NVGs are in there as well. There's a plate carrier in there. Can we see? Night vision goggles, right? So the night vision goggles are in there. Now, in order to get into this bunker, you have to solve a... you've got to do something. So in the description below this video, you'll find a link to the I Survive map, so you can use that. But I'll also link to an article that tells you how to do it. I won't show you now, just in case you want to figure it out yourself. But obviously, if we look at the map now, so if we bring up the map, in fact, let's get rid of that, so it's not spawning us. There we go. So if we bring up the map, we can see, if we zoom out, where we actually are is down on this peninsula. So in order to get here, we're in tier 3 area, you're going to have to sort of come over the land bridge, or go over the ice, go through the boats, and then end up sort of down here. So it's a high risk area. You can hear the wolves as well, probably. They're very, very dangerous, so they could well come along and start attacking my character in a little bit. But again, that's showing you that flow of the map as the way we get down there. Okay, so that's interesting. So let's take that out of there. Oh, we got some nice friendly wolves. So I tell you what, let's move somewhere else. Let's go down here. There we go. Look at this place. Again, I don't want to give away too many spoilers, but this map is a lot bigger than people would take it for. So let's go into here, and what other things that people like? The coyote bag. Let's see where they are. Coyote bag winter. Get item stats. There's 3 of those. Alright, so there's one up there, one down there, and one down by the airfield. That's interesting. So let's go over here by the volcano. And let's... Ooh. There we go. There it is. The tactical backpack. And lots of other cool stuff as well. There's so much cool stuff in this map. Look at this location. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely magical. So, again, somewhere maybe if you came across it in-game, you might not think this is a military location, but it's definitely worth checking out. What other things might people really like? USMC... I don't know if there's any USMC stuff on this. I'm going to do a search, but they might have taken it out. Alright, yeah, there you go. So Marine Corps stuff. Again, down. So it's tier 3 into tier 4 is kind of down there. Now, these hadn't spawned in earlier, but let's have a AK-74 U I wanted. Is there a U one? Is it the AK-47U? KA 47? No. 74? No. I'll tell you what, let's come out here. Let's spawn one in so I know what it's called. So we search for a 74U. So it's the AK, right, so it's the AKS 74U. That's what we wanted, wasn't it? Like the baby AK. AKS 74U. Right, so let's search for AKS. There we go. AKS, get item stats. Yeah, so there's 25 of these in vanilla. And as you can see, we've got one, oh, there was one where we just were, but lots of them again down to the southwest. Down to the southwest down there. Let's have a look for a Mosin. More evenly distributed down to the southwest, so tier 2. You can see all that sort of stuff. SKS. Lots in tier 3, but again we do have the odd one. This is probably a little military location there. It's pretty good. And then hunting optics are always good, aren't they? Let's see where these are. Again, spread all over the map. So that's good. In the middle, none down there. They should be easy to find. And then I tell you what, let's finish off. Let's see if the M16s have spawned in. They hadn't spawned in earlier. Not the M16, the M4. M4A. Let's have a look. Alright, so one has spawned in. Let's see, right, here we go, so it's down here. So, arguably the best gun in the game, let's zoom out, is all, so it's going to be quite a trek, isn't it? If you imagine you're spawning in up here, and you're going to have to find a boat, find fuel, find a spark plug, and then get all the way over here and get to this island without missing it, or you've got to go across the land bridge, go all the way across here, get a boat here and come across to this island where there really aren't many resources at all. And then look, I bet it's in a container. Yeah, there we go. There's a container. There it is. So there's an M4A one. What conditions in? It's badly damaged. So what we should do, actually, our final thing to check out really should be a weapon cleaning kit, shouldn't it? Right, so how many weapon cleaning kits are there? Oh, 20. Now that's good. Now that's interesting. So we can see the weapon cleaning kits are all around this sort of central area. They'll be in, I bet these are industrial areas, are they? Do you think? Let's go and have a look. Oh no, it's just a general house. Okay. Let's put on ESP. Wind rounds. Ushanka. Gun cleaning kit. Alright, so it's in this shed. So perhaps before you decide, I tell you what, I'm going to go looking for a really nice gun. Maybe have a weapon cleaning kit or two so that you can actually repair it when you get back. So hopefully this has been useful. Hopefully we haven't given away too many spoilers. But now you should have more of an idea of not only the flow of the map, which I know I discussed in the previous video, but kind of where physically stuff is as well and what to look out for as you're going around. So if you have found this video useful, hit like. If you want to see more of the same, press subscribe. And of course, I'll see you again soon.